In the greenhouse game, each week begins with 3 players entering the greenhouse, earning power in deciding who goes home each cycle. Players in the greenhouse designate which players are vulnerable at each week's banishment. Additionally, players are able to earn seeds, the in-game currency, and the vulnerable players can use those seeds to buy their way out of precarious situations. Alliances must be forged, lies must be told, and at the end of each cycle, someone has to go home. It's the ultimate game of negotiation. Do you strike now or save your power for later? Do you rescue a valuable ally or do you hang on to your seeds? 14 enter, 1 will leave. This is The Greenhouse, Season 3. Alright, so I am going to put a minute on the clock. For all my non-greenhouse players, if you would like to compete for seeds, stay in this area. If you would like to compete for immunity, go stand by Caitlin over there. At the end of the minute, Jack, Bryn, Kat, Zach, and Shane all decided to compete for 2 seeds. While Abrielle, Allie, Nick, Thomas, Olivia, and Edmund decided to compete for immunity. Alright everyone, here's how this challenge is going to work. We'll be doing 1 challenge at a time. So we'll do immunity first, then we'll do seeds. I will put 2 minutes on the clock. We will start you up lined up over there, and you will run back and forth, grabbing 1 letter at a time. Whoever spells the longest word within 2 minutes, count them 2, wins your respective challenge.
Are you going to give us a lucky?
I will.
Okay.
At any point within those 2 minutes, you can lock in your word, so that way if there's a tie, you win if you locked in first. Does this make sense?
Yes.
Alright, here we go. 2 minutes and 3, 2, 1, go. 30 seconds remaining.
Locked in.
Locked in, Nick is locked in.
I'm locked in.
Thomas is locked in.
Oh my god,
I'm locked in.
Abrielle is locked in.
I didn't have to run
15 seconds remaining.
this is a challenge.
5 seconds remaining. Edmund is locked. Out of time. What is your word?
I spelled butlers for 7 letters.
Butlers. That is a correctly spelled 7-letter word. You served.
Just like a butler.
Exactly. That was the joke. Edmund, what was your word?
I spelled thicker for
Thicker.
7 letters.
7 letters. Who locked in first between the 2 of you? Flop behavior. Olivia, what was your word?
Friar for 5 letters.
Friar for 5 letters. Not enough.
Yep. I spelled wasted for 6 letters.
6 letters for Nick. That is a correctly spelled 6-letter word. However, 7 letters is longer. So sorry.
Yeah, I couldn't get the word I wanted in time, so I got posh for 4 letters. I know I lost.
Posh for 4 letters. That is a loser.
Flop era.
Flop era. Starting now. Abrielle, what did you spell?
I spelled unreal for 6 letters.
6 letters. That is correct, but that is not a winner. Congratulations, Thomas. You have won the first immunity competition of the season.
Slay.
Oscar.
Alright, Shane is locked in. 15 seconds.
I'm locked in.
Shane is locked in.
Locked in.
Zach is locked in.
Locked in.
Zach is locked in. 3 seconds. 3 seconds.
Wait, is that C?
Here we go. Let's start with Jack. What did you spell?
I thought the C was a U. I
Interesting.
spelled amounts, but now it's
Amounts.
yeah.
That
that's
is
okay.
an incorrectly spelled word.
That's
I'm
embarrassing.
So sorry.
They're
Yep.
all turned the same direction.
Yeah, they're all turned the same direction. What did you spell?
Optimal.
Optimal. That is a correctly spelled 7-letter word. Nice work. Is it the best plan?
I spelled net.
Net, you're not gonna catch this.
I didn't catch it. I tried to spell nourish, but my dyslexia got the best of me, and I thought this I was an H, so I didn't spell a word.
Very sorry.
It's okay.
Nourisi is not a word to my knowledge. What did you spell?
Rings?
Rings, that is a correctly spelled 6-letter word. However, there's a longer word out there.
Nice.
Congratulations, Zach, you have won 2 seeds. All right, everyone, prepare for nomination.
So what? I accidentally picked up the vase. I did not mean to self-sabotage like the whole water seed hunt, but glad I did. Oops, and it actually looked like an accident because it was. That's iconic. I have Abrielle as my target for my fire seed, which like if Abby goes, oh well, but I think Jack is gonna go home before her, so that would mean that Abby would get the seeds first, which is fine. I just went for immunity because I wanted all the options open for Shakira and Brady, and I won, so that's awesome. And now I'm just kind of relaxed and trying to form my relationships and talk to everybody. I do think Bryn and Zach are, not Zach, I think Bryn is in danger for sure, and maybe Jack. But everybody's cool. Only thing I see is I think that Nick is trying to talk to everyone and like form relationships that he thinks he has, but I don't think he necessarily does. He's just saying like, oh, I feel really good about us, we're strong. And like I'm just like standing and saying nothing. But that's my thoughts. I'm feeling fine right now, emotionally and health-wise, so.
I'm screaming. Just talking about like, you know, making sure that everybody's like good. The 4 of us have all kind of vibed, so yeah. Hey, Rogue. Hey, Rogue. Don't go rogue. Come on in here.
Can I ask like what your intention was of like grabbing the tool? Was it a safety thing?
Honestly, it was a safety thing. I feel like
That's
my one goal for this thing was to not be the first out. Yeah. So this just, I met my goal. And everything from here on is like fun.
Yeah, because whoever you block, that's not like really an insult.
Yeah,
That's
and
like,
it's also the least like targeting one.
Exactly.
Because
it really doesn't put it.
If anything, it puts whoever I block at an advantage later on.
Right, exactly. Right. There's nothing to be like, and you can no ill will.
Yeah, so I don't know, I've been talking to groups, feeling things out.
I talked to Jack, and I feel like if I can choose someone to protect the most, I feel like it'd be him.
Really?
Yeah. I don't care either way, I'll be honest. But I know that is someone you want to work with, so I'll keep him. I'm not gonna. I feel like I don't know, I definitely told him to come talk to you guys so you guys can get his vibe. I think that's fair. And I think
so like,
we just campaigned to keep him.
I'll run down each person. Obviously, Thomas off limits. Obviously, Kat off limits. And then let's see.
I feel like
Shane off limits.
Yeah.
I would maybe feel something about Olivia, but that's who you want to pick.
I don't know if I'm gonna say her. Yeah, I might. I don't know.
Okay, Zach.
I'm not too worried.
I don't want to betray him too early. He is in the Power 5. Although I did make a mental note of the fact that y'all were like, he's going to every group, and it's like, oh, this is a group.
Or no, Nick.
Oh, Nick. Sorry,
Yeah.
Nick. Okay, Abrielle, I feel good about her.
I will say though, Jack will protect us later on with that extra vote because he's one of the people I want to pick to get the extra vote, and he will protect us later on with that.
I don't know where it went.
I have my water bottle.
Here we go.
So, I feel like I kind of made a deal with Jack about giving him this extra seed to kind of help us out later on. And in return, I would try to get his safety. So that's kind of what I'm trying to do. But I'm also trying to give them better ideas of maybe who to pick for elimination. But we'll see how that goes.
I literally chose fire because I was like, there are like fireplaces.
Oh yeah.
So that was my thinking, and then it wasn't a seed hunt at all.
Was that a communal?
Yeah, we decided just to pick each other so that we
Okay.
wouldn't like cause
Yeah.
drama.
No, I mean
Like,
that would have caused big waves.
Yeah.
In the beginning if it wasn't that little.
Because like we didn't want to bring up people that we were like not vibing with if like they were kind of deal. So we were just like, let's just do each other.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Yeah.
But we'll see.
Okay. I'm not nervous. I'm like, it sounds like because all the greenhouse people I've talked to like kind of have some idea but like nothing clear.
Right.
And so
Yeah.
it's kind of going wherever right now. Like I don't have a gauge of what is happening.
I'm feeling good. I mean, I got immunity, which is good.
Yeah. You're fine.
I know, and
You should pretty good.
I feel like because I don't particularly have like an agenda with seeds.
Yeah.
I just kind of went for it because I wasn't feeling like at risk of anything.
Yeah.
So it's like I'm kind of like feeling if anybody's gonna ask about like moving the seeds or like using seeds in some way.
Yeah.
I didn't feel at risk. I was just like, there's never.
Yeah.
I got a seed from walking into the greenhouse, so I was like, well, I'm okay right now.
Yeah.
Because I think it is a little too early to talk one-on-one.
I get that. And that's gonna look sketchy.
It's gonna
Well, I was
look
gonna say 3-on-1 to at least look a little less sketchy.
But even then, like, it just
Okay.
feels like it's a little too early because, like, we haven't
Fair.
gotten to know everyone's game yet. But how are y'all, like, have y'all decided on any people specifically? Are you at liberty to tell me
I
that?
have chosen one name. I'm not gonna say it yet, but I'm going off of who I've talked to the least for that nominee. The other nominee I'm still figuring out.
Okay.
But I think personal connection is a big thing. You start and you talk to people and you feel out whose vibes you vibe with.
Energy.
Yeah, so we all know that I have one name, but we kind of decided that like since he had two names that I would kind of give him like first pick, and unfortunately one of the people that he also gets comfortable with is the same person that I would feel comfortable picking. So now I'm feeling like I might have to unfortunately say a name that I wouldn't have otherwise, and I just don't want to ruffle any feathers. Yeah, I was gonna put that out there. Please don't take it personal.
But first round isn't personal at all.
Yeah. It's not personal, it's just drag.
It's just drag.
Allie was like, they were like, well, I think we should do one-on-ones with everyone. The greenhouse said that. And then she's like, it's too early for that. Like, I'd rather just speak to the council. Who are you guys thinking of? And they kind of put them on the spot. So I was like, I don't know how I felt about that. But, yeah.
I've been in the periphery. I'm just
Have you heard
floating.
anything? Yeah.
Haven't heard much.
Yeah.
Besides the wasp sting.
Yeah. I just don't want to be like too forward, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So.
Come on too strong and then put yourself in
But then that might bite me in the ass, you know what I mean?
the happy medium.
That's what I'm trying to find. I would like to talk to them, but like they just kind of all got pulled separate ways, so.
I talked to Brady. He asked where the bathroom was, and I said, I don't know.
Maybe we should go talk to him.
Why is he like?
He never said your name to me, but if you haven't talked to him at all, he said he's going based off personal connection and who he's vibed the most with. He said there's some people he hasn't talked to.
Interesting.
He did not say your name outwardly.
Okay.
So I would go talk to him.
Interesting.
But he
Thank
got
you.
pulled to the side with someone else. It was Abrielle and Allie.
Interesting.
Which Allie was the one that said, don't have one-on-ones. But then she pulled him to the side. So, yeah.
Interesting. Well, thanks for that.
No problem.
Bestie.
Check in. I'm going to try and talk to Shakira. Because she didn't tell me outrightly I was safe. But Brady said it was fine. So I'm going to leave it at that for now.
I think the greenhouse people, the vibe that I'm getting
Have you heard any
is.
names?
I haven't heard names. All I've heard is like they are probably going to choose the people that have talked to them like the least.
That's what yeah.
So.
I haven't talked to any of them.
Yeah, that's why
I told you it was
that's
gonna be
why
me.
I told her she needs to go talk to them.
Yeah, definitely. Even just to get a word in.
Yeah. Can I break the fourth wall?
Oh yeah.
This is a preview. I'm going out first. I'm calling it now. I'm a witch.
Don't give up.
Okay, are any of us in danger?
I have not heard your guys' names come up. I think the three of us have talked a good chunk. I feel bad because I told one person we're good and I think they're my backup option.
It's okay. No, I think after the first round, everyone will see who they can like work with and trust, and then
I feel like I should tell you guys who is my guaranteed because that should hopefully build some trust there.
I would like for you to name names.
I don't know who you guys are close with, so it could shoot me in the ass.
Honestly, like if I'm
I can
asking you to
promise you
name
I'm not
names
anyone
right
in
now
the
and I'm
lines right
sitting here and talking to you, I feel more close to you
Cool.
than I feel that like I feel good with this little group right
I felt
here.
similar.
Yeah.
I do have a loyalty to Kat and to LSU shirt. Forgot his name.
Nick.
Nick.
I will say a
I have
lot of
loyalties to them right now.
a lot of the people I've talked to, it's been the kind of idea of since I'm in power and I will probably not be in power next time. I just would like if I scratch someone's back to just not be thrown up there.
Yeah.
But if one of my nominees goes up, okay, so I'm just gonna throw it out there. A name that I will be saying is Bryn. I have not talked to her.
Okay,
I
that's
introduced
fair.
myself, and that's all.
I don't
Yeah.
think she'd take that person.
Yeah, I don't think so
No.
either. And my other name, I don't know. I think I should do a guy because, you know,
make it like
equality, balance, you know.
Well, what if you put up a guy that we're all kind of close with and we don't vote for him as a way to like
Do you guys do you know if you know someone that would be
Like,
comfortable?
put someone
Being
up
a
as a
pawn?
pawn and or even like not comfortable, put someone up as a pawn and then we all don't vote for him like, hey, we're like loyal to you, we're not gonna vote for you. Like it's a little manipulative.
But that's the game.
But that's the game. And I don't mind telling
out of
y'all.
the second nominee
Yeah.
because then they can come back if they don't get voted off. So
I
that's
don't
smart.
mind telling y'all three that I'm not gonna play the most manipulative game, y'all can trust me.
I'll be a little evil, right? Like,
But I'm just saying like I could be a little evil this round. I don't want it to bite me in the ass.
I also
later.
was a part of a conversation with a couple people who were like, who's played one of these games before? And people were just trying to come up with that. But
I've never played Greenhouse.
That's
so
why I was
don't
like,
know.
no one's played Greenhouse, so I don't think that's a valid, like,
Yeah. I played Big Brother and it's completely different.
right.
Yeah.
Just because the
I mean,
literal
Abriel-
format of the game.
Played Big Brother and Survivor. It's
And
different.
I played Survivor, but I got voted out like third. So it doesn't
Literally
count.
just the
Yeah.
rules. It's a
Yeah.
whole different ball game.
Yeah. But the vibe I got from all of you guys, literally when I showed up, or like we all showed up, I was like, okay, I get
Well,
it.
we all kind of sat together on the couch.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
not you, but like I
Had
get
a little
good vibes from
bonding.
you.
But little bonding.
Yeah. I feel like
How
Jack is too big of a personality to put on the block firsthand, and that's gonna make an enemy. Also, I
Yeah,
feel
that's
pretty close with Jack.
I'll be honest,
'cause
he
I
has been in conversation.
Okay.
I'm not super.
As long as you're not the one.
He
to put
already
him up,
talked
though.
to he already talked to me, and we kind of like talked about potentially looking forward. And I said the thing of like, scratch my back if I scratch yours, kind of vibes.
Yeah.
But if
Is that the one you felt bad about?
I think that Nick
Yeah.
is like a nice person though, and isn't gonna take it personally if you put Nick up calling him
Oh,
pawn.
if you tell him he's a pawn. Because Jack would be concerned if he was.
Or not even a
give him a
pawn.
heads up,
Just
like,
be
talk
like,
to
hey,
him.
I haven't talked to you much,
he's
but I don't want you gone.
very willing to like work with people.
cool, good to know.
I'm sorry,
Because
this
he's played
sounds
before,
very
right? He's played
It could be a
before.
future.
Please
I
don't let
wouldn't
this
use him as a
bite
pawn
me
right
in
now.
the
That wouldn't
future.
be-
Like,
On top of that, I do want to say, I was paying attention to who won those first two challenges.
yeah.
I didn't win a challenge. I got luck. They won a challenge.
Thomas
So
and-
Thomas and Zach, right?
But also pay attention because that could be strong allies.
Right.
Right.
But
So that's what I'm trying to figure out is, who do I don't want to take a shot this early. Like, I know people are
Well, and
always
it's
like,
just-
get a strong player out.
Now it's kind of like gather the information. Keep it in your
you
back
want
pocket
to
for later.
see who is. So like the problem.
Do you want to like saunter?
Yeah, let's go back in.
But I think that the target really is Bryn because people don't know her that well. Not because like people hate her. Yeah. I mean, no, I don't know her. So I don't know. I wouldn't feel nervous. Like even, it's one of those things where it's like even if you do get picked up.
Like, do you think like you'd be able to like get the numbers?
Oh, probably. I mean, I haven't heard anyone say your name.
Okay, cool. Well, that makes one. Same here, and like, okay, and now that we're finding like, you are my like.
Okay.
I vibed with you from like minute one that we were in that little circle. I was like, hey.
Hey, if you want to talk
Here,
to us,
you
you
wanna-
can. I mean, I trust Abriel. I've
I
played
feel
with
like
Abriel
one.
before.
I feel like we are all very like we're kind of like the offbeat kind of people. Like just the like.
Yeah.
We're the alternative option, if you will. And I think like
We've never been called that before.
Okay, septum ring.
Pink hair. Yeah, it's Queen of St. George. But no, like I really think like the three of us can do some serious freaking damage.
But we have to be sure that we're on good terms with a lot of people too, because that's a slippery slope. Like us three may be on good terms, but that doesn't mean
that we're
We're on good terms with everybody else.
And I'm gonna tell you, like, I don't mind doing some shady shit to some people that like aren't in the group. I don't mind being shady. But I don't want to like sit and be shady, like
For no
super
reason.
shady for no reason.
No, there's no point to it.
Unnecessary shady.
Exactly.
So I mean, I don't know.
But that's why, like, I wanted to touch base with, you know, so happy to see you walking. I was like, okay, like, my people.
No, Avril just took forever to find her bag in her car, so it was like, full of trash. I'm sorry.
And I left at 5 this morning.
Wait.
Did you get to talk to any of the greenhouse? Like,
A little bit, yes. They, I think for the most part, they're feeling out, like, who's talking to them, basically.
Okay.
So, like, if you haven't already, definitely talk to.
I talked to Shakira.
And Brady?
I didn't talk to Brady yet. That's like the one person, like, I don't, because he was kind of, like, over, like, by me, like, when I was talking about, like, I just kind of want to see, like, who goes, like, for the powers. Like, I don't really know, like, what the vibe is.
Right.
He was like, yeah. And then went in and grabbed some flour.
Yeah.
So I was like,
oh,
okay.
I
Which
think-
I'm not, like, saying, like, he had an intent that I didn't know about, but it
Yeah,
was just
the only
surprising.
thing I heard from him is that, like, he is looking for people to, like, talk to him. So if you haven't, definitely do that.
Yeah.
But yeah, wait, did you or Jack win?
Me.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Well then, you have seeds, that's good.
Yeah, no, I was kind of, because I got to talk to, again, I got to talk to Shakira, and she was kind of telling me that, like, the greenhouse's, like, decision maker was, like, who they just really haven't talked to.
Right.
And she was like, I know you, like, we didn't,
Yeah.
your name wasn't in it.
You're good with
so.
Shakira, but Brady has 2 nominations. So definitely talk to him. I think the first person is Bryn, but Brady won't tell me that for some reason.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. I was basically saying that, like, I was kind of wary of everybody who went immediately for the powers. And it was kind of like, keeping distance for a little bit.
Right.
Just because I didn't know what the intention, like, I didn't know
Right.
people, like, had talked and I didn't know, and, like, what the deal with that was.
I will say me and Shakira have talked a little bit about what we're gonna do. I haven't said your name, I haven't heard your name come up, and I have no intention of nominating you right now.
No, and I wasn't here as like a safety thing. You know, I talked to somebody who was just said like Brady just kind of looked for people to come up to him and just kind of say like, because I was like, oh, what's the deal?
Yeah,
and
my
I
vibe-
think a lot of people are kind of with the whole greenhouse of like, oh, what was
the intention
decided
behind-
because
Right.
they said like we were all in a group like, oh, ha ha ha, and it would like, oh shit.
Mine, like intention, genuinely going for the power, especially the bigger power
Yeah.
right away, second person in there, I think was just kind of centered around the idea of I don't know these people, safety is a short-term
No, I mean like the
self-preservation.
safety of that without having to go through an immunity challenge or like it's a big pull.
And then on top of that, now I have relationships. I have people that want to talk. That's been a fun little.
You seem like a really strong competitor, and you're someone I wanted to talk to. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah. You definitely seem like a well-liked person from what I've been
Really?
hearing and talking to people. Like I've been hearing everyone say that. Yeah, like that dude has good vibes. And like I feel the same way.
yeah.
So
That's how I feel about you. I mean,
Yeah.
yeah.
How do you feel about like your like strategy of the game? Like do you feel like you know the game pretty well?
I like to think so, but I don't want to assume because it's when you assume that you get caught off guard. You know what I mean? Because then with that first challenge, I didn't get any seeds. I didn't get any with the seed challenge. So I'm kind of like in a position right now where I really want to try and work my way up. You know what I mean? Because like with the first challenge, I was picked second to last, and so then the fire one, you didn't get seeds. So then I really want to try and get past this first one because I didn't get the best start. So then I really want to try and continue. You know?
Yeah. No. Same. That's important. But
Yeah.
wait. So the fire one. Which one was that to get?
That
the
was the
seed?
one where it was you had to vote out the person the person I targeted. They have to get
Oh,
voted
the
out for
target.
me to
Yeah.
see.
So
That's what I got
can you
started.
explain like y'all's
This is
thought?
making
Yeah.
process? So we didn't want to because that decision is such a especially when we found out it was going to be said who voted for or like who we picked. We didn't want to pick anyone particularly because that puts a target on your back. You know what I'm saying? So we all picked each other. That way it wasn't.
Stayed in the circle.
It stayed in the circle, and then it wasn't a pick someone and then put a target on my back. You know what I'm saying? Because I like to think I can think it out I can think a few steps ahead. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I like to think that's what.
Okay. Yeah, that's fair. I was just wondering because I saw that and I found it pretty interesting.
No, for sure.
When you said that, ooh, that's not what you told me earlier. Was that a joke or remember?
Wait, what?
Like whenever they said that someone like you were their target, or whatever, you're like, ooh, that's not what you told me earlier.
Oh yeah, that was a joke. I promise.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, did someone backstab you?
No, not yet. Not yet. I mean, we'll see. We'll see. I know it's a little early for that.
Okay.
But then you're someone I feel like we could early on establish a sense of trust, and then even if we don't touch on it, you don't have to touch on it. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
That way we can both use each other when we're needed.
Yeah.
Not saying I want to use. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
no.
okay.
I understand.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. That's good.
Because you have an ally if
yeah. No,
that's
for
a friend,
sure.
you know.
Yeah. No, I feel good about this conversation, and I have not picked yet. What I can share with you is that, unfortunately, like he has 2 names and I have 1
Yeah.
name, and we both said like we were both saying the same names, but we can't choose the same names.
Yeah.
And so now, because he has 2
Yeah.
names to pick, I kind of gave him like first preference, like because he has 2 and I only have to choose 1.
Yeah.
So now I'm feeling like a little torn about who I'm going to pick, because it wouldn't have originally been who I was going to pick because
Yeah.
he stole those names.
Mm-hmm.
So that's kind of what I'm struggling with at the moment, but I
No, for
wanted
sure.
to be transparent about that. I can tell you that we as a Greenhouse Squad feel really good about you, and
Yeah.
I think that even though you feel like you have nothing to offer, that you are about to come into some luck very soon.
You think so?
I think so.
Okay.
But I just wanted to confirm that
And
before I said it.
yeah, and I'm down to work with.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We feel like we can trust you, and that you're really loyal, and that if we like bestow, if that's the right word, some
I get what
power
you're
into
saying.
early on,
Yeah.
that you'll be loyal and that like you'll
I don't forget where I got it.
Exactly.
And I can check on that.
Yes.
Okay, so we're
Yeah, we're good.
And I mean, outside of the situation, in general, I want to work with you.
Mhm.
Yeah? Okay, bet.
For sure. We're
Because I
good.
feel like we can get far.
Sorry I left you sit. Okay.
I did want to say, I know Brady brought it up, but Nick, he definitely, with every group, like I was just in a group with completely different people, he's
Yeah.
like, I got y'all, like it's like,
Oh Lord, okay.
like
It might
he's-
have to be Nick.
He is playing that game with like everyone.
But that could come back to bite you because he's playing that with everyone. He's reaching his reach is
But
far.
not because you can say why you said
I can
it.
expose him?
You can
Okay,
expose
that's all I need. Okay, let me get back to it.
What? We haven't talked much. So what
I
is
know.
your
Well, I feel
strategy?
like,
What
I
are
feel
you
like I was at a
thinking?
disadvantage because I got here late.
I get
so
that.
I didn't get to talk to anybody.
I get that.
And then everything now, speaking after
Right.
Greenhouse, feels disingenuous, and I'm.
Which I totally get that.
I'm not that type of person, but
I
I know
get
that,
that.
you need to be that to play this game.
And in
but-
my head, I was thinking too, I was like, anyone who doesn't really talk to me, like, I do get that after someone has power, it's a different conversation than
Yeah.
before someone has power. But yeah, I have no intention of, like, I don't want you to leave.
of course. No, it's a game.
Right, exactly. And it's the first round, nothing's personal, so
Yeah.
whatever goes down in there, goes down, but I'm not scared.
Yeah.
We'll do great. We'll do great.
Yeah, it'll be just fine.
Cool. Is there anything else you want to throw my way? I don't know.
I'll have you know that I did review like the rules and everything.
Okay.
Like, weeks ago. Like, when
Okay.
I first started. So,
Fair. A little rusty.
I'm winging it.
Cool.
So, I don't know.
I get
If
it.
you're worried about a threat.
You're like,
It's
I'm not one.
Like,
I'm
okay,
not
it's
one.
like, this is exactly what a threat would say, but like, no, literally, like, not one.
Okay.
So,
Cool.
just a thought.
Deal. All
You
right.
can take me out later when,
It's scary.
when it's scarier.
When you are a real threat.
Exactly.
Okay, noted.
When
Noted.
I, get my feet wet.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I still haven't really talked to Shakira of what she's like for sure doing, so stay tuned on that. But I don't think you're going out. I don't even think I'm nominating you. So keep that in mind.
I think she might nominate me because I talked to her. I was like, hey, you want to try? And she said, no, not you, unfortunately.
She didn't say your name to me.
Okay,
So I think
can
you're
I know
fine.
names?
I.
Like, because if we're going to work together, like,
Well,
we
let's
need
see.
to trust
Let's
each other.
When is the nominations?
I'm about to start calling people.
Perfect. Bryn is my for sure. I don't know the other name yet. I'm gonna decide on the spot.
And you're thinking about me?
But Bryn, Shakira also wanted Bryn. We had to like fight over who gets to nominate her, so she's the target. But as far as I know, I'm not nominating you. I know that's not promising, but on the other side, it'll look prettier.
So Shakira is?
No, you're not the name she's thinking of.
Who is it?
It is a different guy.
Okay.
What I've been told.
So then why am I on your options? I'm not trying to be like combative.
No, I don't think you are. It's just the clue thing where you read the clue out and I was like, oh, what if I tell him a secret and he tells everyone? That was nervous.
Okay.
That was nervous.
Can I be honest with you?
Yeah.
It's literally because I'm dumb and I don't know how to solve riddles.
Okay. Noted.
So I literally was just like, okay, what's our riddle?
Cool.
But that's why I appreciated you coming to me and saying like, hey, just be careful because now everyone knows about the clue.
Yeah.
If we're talking about real game information, Mama wanted to
It's
steal.
different. Okay, good to know.
I don't care about one seed. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And I liked you yesterday.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I thought you were fine.
And so that's why I'm like, you were not my target. I'm not gonna nominate you. Like, I'm just not.
I think Brandon's the for sure. Like, I even talked to her and I said we talk to each other the least, so she kind of knows. Edmund thinks he's going up from one of us because he said that when he tried to talk to you, you were like, oh, I don't need to talk to you right now.
Oh no! Oh my God, no! I didn't mean that. It's
So
just
he
I
thinks
was.
that you and I are coming for him.
No, it's just I was specifically looking for him. Like he was
Oh.
like, hey, he was like,
Oh.
hey, do we need to talk? Do we need to talk? And I was like, no, I'm not. No, I don't need you. And then I like ran off quickly because I was trying to find him. It wasn't any shade towards him, and it was literally that I was just specifically looking for him.
I'm gonna do.
I feel so bad for Edmund. I kind of want to know.
Then I just won't nominate him, and I'll be like, see, I told you that Shakira wasn't coming for you. Build trust.
And I'll tell him after. I was like, I'm so sorry about the awkward encounter.
Yeah, perfect.
Wait, so are you doing Nick and?
I think I'm gonna do Brandon and Nick and talk to Nick after and be like, you're
Wait,
blonde.
I feel like if you say Nick to protect us, say why and be like, you've been going around to every group and saying
Like, the problem is we're working with Nick still, so I don't want to throw him under the bus.
Oh.
Or should we just cut him loose?
Well, I feel like if every group's like, oh, he's been saying that to everyone
It's a
might
safe-
be like,
Everyone's gonna like, it's gonna be like
Okay, and then I'll talk to him after.
and then it'll be fine.
I'll talk to him after.
Maybe not fine, but we can cut
Okay,
loose and it's
I'll do
okay.
that.
Alright everyone, it is time for the first nomination ceremony. Here we go. Alright, Sunflower moves first and you will name 2 nominees.
Okay, so the first name I'm gonna say we just interacted the least, so I think it just made sense with Brandon. I'm just gonna throw you there. And I knew you kind of knew that. We chatted. And my second name I'm throwing up there just because I have seen a lot of scrambling, so I just would feel more comfortable making this move for now. So I'm gonna have Nick come take the second chair, and that's my 2 nominees.
Alright, Bryn and Nick have been nominated and you each receive a seed.
Thank you.
Alright. Shakira, you're our Rose. There's one more spot. We have to make sure we have someone to fill it.
So unfortunately, it's so early in the game that, you know, it's just based off of vibes and who he's spoken to and who's made an effort to try to, you know, make a friendship and stuff. So Olivia, unfortunately, I feel like we just haven't spoken enough, sweetie, but it's okay. We were making eye contact anyway.
Alright, and with that we have our 3 nominees for the week. We're going to move into the first auction of the season. Woo! Here we go. It is time for the first auction of the Greenhouse Season 3. We're going to review the items up for auction and the starting price for each. Seed count. This is the ability to look at our Excel sheets and see how many seeds everyone has. Bam. 1 seed anyone can buy at any time, even outside the auction. Uproot, at a starting price of 3 seeds, whoever purchases this can take someone off the block. This is the first phase of the game, so there is no replacement nominee. Please remember that. And remember, Uproot is passable. I'm sure I'll bring that up more later. Next is the Green Thumb. At a starting price of 4 seeds, you can play this after any greenhouse competition and replace someone in the greenhouse. Keep in mind it has to be played after the competition, directly after. Drought, starting price of 5 seeds. It can only be purchased once, and if you buy it, you have the ability to decide whether or not the Tulip as a power is removed from the game. In doing so, you will also remove all of the banked votes that are active in the game. Okay? And lastly is the Venus Flytrap. Whoever buys this can banish the player of their choice. It cancels the round in question, and they're gone. Just like that. Anyone, even someone in the greenhouse. In fact, both times it's been used so far, someone in the greenhouse went home. The Sunflower, I think, both times.
Go first.
The starting price has updated for this season. It will be the number of players remaining plus 2. So right now there's 14 of you, so the starting price is 16.
Wow.
But as the game goes on, it'll dwindle and dwindle. until it gets more affordable. Okay? As a reminder, you can only match a bid if that's your maximum number of seeds. Okay? And also, please don't forget the dreaded poison pot. This will just be out here for you to deposit seeds or poison seeds in at any time. We will check it at the end of every auction. Additionally, the tulip, you will block votes at the end of the auction, immediately after.
Okay.
So what's up?
We can do this real quick. So I nominated you, right? So I was talking with Shakira and Rogue, and we all wanted Bryn. We all wanted Bryn, and we needed a target, and they were like, he would probably work with us as long as we tell him. I meant to find you before, I just couldn't find you.
No, I can find you. Oh shit. So
Yeah.
I've said this before in games, like when I played online, like I don't hold grudges.
Cool.
So, like as long as you know, like as long as I'm not the target,
And
I'm not
I'm
gonna be like
gonna-
I'm coming back with like there's no point in that. Like
I want you to know too, I'm gonna campaign to keep you here. Like I will repay you. And in the future, if you want seeds, I can look into that too. I have to scratch it back at some point.
no, exactly. And so that's the thing. Like I'm not as long as you're like as long as we can work together, just keep me here. Like I've had people like put me up on the block before, and I ended up taking that guy to the final 2 with me.
Okay, good to
so
know.
like, so that's been my track record in previous games. Like, as long as I'm still here, like, it's not going to be any like,
Cool.
Like, it's not like you're my target. Like,
Right.
And like, I know Bryn's name was kind of floating around. Like, sorry.
Yeah.
I know Bryn's name was like kind of floating around like a little bit. So that's why like when you said like when you put her up first, I'm like, okay, like this makes sense.
I hope that was a hint too. But yeah, let's spread out.
Okay, cool.
We'll play it low key.
All right,
Bye.
sounds good. He can do that all he wants, and I will trust him for now. But I have a poison seed, and you better remember that, Brady.
How are you feeling after this round?
I'm good. Like, I wanted immunity just so I can have the opportunity to talk with people without feeling like
Pressured.
I'm like fighting for my life.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think you're very easygoing. I get the
Yes.
vibe that you're going to be a smart player.
I definitely am. I'm not afraid to be manipulative, and I will tell you that, but I don't plan on manipulating you.
Oh, thank you. That's good to hear.
I mean,
Yeah.
but, I don't know. I mean, there's some, yeah, of course. There's some pretty strong players. I mean,
Can y'all make room for one more?
of course. Do y'all have any plans to use your seeds yet? Because I kind of want to save mine.
Same.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it's early.
I think I'm in preservation mode as well, especially now that I have a target on me.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I think, honestly, like, I already know who I'm going to vote for, and I think I know who most people are going to vote for, too, just because
Okay.
they haven't talked
Mm,
to Bryn much.
gotcha.
At least, that's what
Yeah.
I'm thinking. I mean,
and you know, and obviously, like, it's like this is still just the auction, but like I would appreciate like any votes to stay because
Of
like
course.
I could definitely be like an ally for like you guys.
Mhm.
That's awkward. You're right here.
Yeah. Sorry.
How dare you?
well, I mean, like,
but you
I'm
have
sure
to
you
do it.
had your reasons
No,
to put
exactly.
makeup,
And like,
too.
and I'm not like, and like we said, it's the first round. Like, there's not much to go off of. So like, I can't be like,
Right.
like it's not personal. It's not even strategic,
drag.
really.
It's just
It's
drag.
not
It's
personal.
just, it's just drag.
It's not personal, it's not drag, it's just the greenhouse.
It's just- But I do just want to throw out there, I would talk to as many people as I can because I think it could be a easy first out too. People are like, oh, he's smart. He's played a game before, which I know isn't necessarily a target.
If you guys want to talk one-on-one.
I mean,
Well,
I can't really, I
I-
can't vote, so it's like,
I need to go.
I'll let you guys, I'll
Yeah.
let you guys chat.
You gotta
or if
mingle.
wanna- I don't want to hold you hostage.
No, you're fine.
But I would like to campaign to try and keep you here.
That's so
And
kind
right my
of you.
wrong. And if you stay, I'll make you a deal right now.
What?
I'll give you a seed if you stay.
Oh, that's so nice.
If you stay, I'll give you a
I
seed.
can
Which
use-
I'm like, oh my god, okay, you're mad. You're mad, oh my god. But yeah, good luck out there.
Thank you.
Campaign on.
Thank you.
I understand. And you can shoot this down because I understand strategy. I do guarantee if anyone gives me a seed, I will have their back throughout the rest of the game. I will provide you a seed if and when you need it.
I mean,
But
like, are you asking like someone like right now?
if I get through, I can even get myself off the block. And I know people have told me like, oh, you don't have anything to worry about. But I don't want to bank on that because things can change after conversations like this one. Like
Yeah.
people are going to politic to try to not get voted out. So I
Yeah.
prefer to be safe.
Yeah.
You know, that being said, I understand it's early. If you don't want to, that's fine. I wanted to level with you and let you know, like, I did get it. I didn't get told, but I do have the second one.
Look, I do have 3 seeds. I don't have a use for those. Like all 3.
Okay.
And you said you needed 3.
Yeah, I need one more.
I'll give you one.
I'll buy it up to it.
Yeah, just if there was ever a position, just remember, like.
Yeah, no, I wasn't, like, I never, you, I mean, I don't have anyone better than but, like,
Yeah.
you especially wouldn't be on it because we've already been
Yeah,
talking.
yeah.
So,
No,
I
I agree.
think you need to see that.
Okay.
Thank you.
Cheers. Yeah.
Appreciate it.
That's all.
Am I allowed to ask where the seat is if like I know where the 4 points are and I don't want to get myself stung?
I don't think so.
It's not caught in the shot, but Thomas finds the seed under one of the tiles on the walkway.
Hey, wait, talk to me, but...
Okay, so Allie showed me where the 4th and final circle was, and so I connected the dots, and then I realized that one like plate was kind of different from the others, and so found a seed. I'm not gonna really tell anybody. I think Nick saw me, but to be honest, Nick is my target this week, but I think everybody else is saying Bren. So I'm gonna go fight.
In the instruction video and rulebook of the season, players were notified that they could ask Holly for a seed and she would give them one. In return, she would put a seed into the poison box. Players could not grab more than 1 seed, and only 2 players could accept this offer. Players were not reminded of this rule in order to reward those who watched and learned the rulebook.
I'm not trying to get stung by a wasp.
Yeah, buddy.
So I was freaking out because after the competition, we all went in the room. It was the 3 flowers and the people that competed for immunity. And Brady was like, well, like if we could do like 3-on-1s, the greenhouse, the flowers talk to everyone one-on-one, which I'm good for. I want the one-on-one FaceTime. That's when I get my best talks in. If I'm in a big group, I'm not gonna say shit. So then Allie pipes up and she's like, I think it's too early for that. We shouldn't do that. But then she pulled Brady aside for a one-on-one. And also before the competition, she's like, I think I'm gonna compete for seeds. Or she goes, I think I'm gonna compete for seeds. I feel safe. And then gets up and competes for immunity. So there's a bit of inconsistency there that I'm not trusting. We were talking over there. I just saw Thomas get the earth seed. But I'm not saying anything. But yeah, I was freaking out because then I'm sitting on the thing and what's her name? Shakira walks in and she's like looking for someone to talk to. And I'm like, hey, you want to chat? And she's like, no, not you, unfortunately. So I was like, oh, she's coming for me, girl. But we're fine. I survived. I was shaking in my boots on that couch, sweating too because it's hot out here. But yeah, so I feel good right now. I'm not first boo. I just claimed a poison seed. I felt good about Nick and Olivia and Bryn. I think Bryn, I'm the only one that Bryn has really talked to. So these nominations are kind of But I need to start putting in FaceTime with people because I feel like I haven't really gotten super game talky. That's my update.
Came down to who hadn't I given the most like a reassurance
Yeah.
to,
Mhm.
and like I just hadn't spoken to Olivia like literally at all.
So
Like,
do you guys have a target? I mean, you don't have to like say, but
no, I'm gonna be honest.
I would just kind of let the house eat it up at this point.
You know
no,
what
I don't.
Is there anyone you guys don't vibe with?
I mean, I don't know. I haven't talked to Bryn much. I really only talked to her during the challenge, and then we talked a little bit whenever we were like in the living room.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. Bryn would have been my one name,
Yeah.
but because Brady had two names, I kind of just I gave him like first choice, and then I kind of just let the cards fall where they fell. But that also would have been my name.
Yeah, everyone's being a little safe right now, so I think we need to get ahead of the ball before it starts rolling.
I'm just thinking for the future, like out of the 3 people that were like up or whatever, outside of that, if there's anyone else I feel like
not as strong connection with. Maybe Abrielle, I don't know how y'all feel about her. Like we had some good initial conversation like this morning because we were one of the first people in the room after our one-on-ones. But like outside of that, we haven't really worked together much. I wouldn't necessarily label her a target. I feel like it's really strong, but just like someone, if I had to make like a third place choice of someone who I don't talk to as much, maybe her. But that doesn't mean I don't want to work with her. It's just like right offhand, it's someone who
I haven't really talked to her since we did the little like meet me things.
Okay.
Yeah.
How do you feel about her?
Sneaking in.
We're good.
Okay, good. Just wanted to make sure we're on the same page.
Yeah.
Oh, for sure.
Is there someone you guys are thinking of voting
Hey, boo.
for out of the people who are up?
Honestly, I don't really know. Okay, so
It was Nick,
Nick, Brandon, Olivia.
I mean,
I haven't spoken to Brandon like at all.
That's literally what everybody is saying.
And she literally said, she's like, if I get voted out, like I don't care. And I was like, okay.
Oh, wait,
Girl,
really?
what? She wants to go home?
I
Okay.
think she just means it like she does.
Well, she
I wouldn't
did.
say it too
She
loud,
made a
but
comment.
she said, if I go home first, I don't care.
She did
and I'm
make
like,
a
well,
comment.
then I'm gonna vote for you.
She said, I just feel like ever since it started, it's just become very disingenuous. So I just think.
But she hasn't like come up to talk to anyone.
Yeah.
And I get like being like soft-natured, but like this is a game where it's like called a social game.
Yeah.
And I'm introverted, and I'm trying to talk to people.
You out here making moves, girl.
I was like, I'm an introvert, but I'm friendly.
Right.
Yeah.
She's enjoying it. She's just not the kind of.
She's not gonna go out.
yeah, I mean, if that's what I mean, I personally literally do not care where.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sure people volunteer.
I wouldn't say, I feel like disingenuous, that's really strong.
That's a
like
strong
I feel
word.
like people have definitely been making
Who
like
said this?
Brandon said that.
Brandon
yeah,
said
I feel
this.
like people have definitely been putting themselves out there in maybe other ways that they wouldn't have, but because that's the point of the game.
Yeah,
but I wouldn't
right.
say it's disingenuous.
It's
like
not disingenuous to play the game.
The thing
Right.
is,
I'm sorry.
getting nominated, I said like from
I
the
think
beginning.
I don't
when
think
you're
she
nominated.
meant like that we're all fake. I just think she meant the nature of the game.
Oh,
You know
well,
what I mean?
girl, that's
That's
No,
the-
yeah,
Yeah.
she was ready. But
I feel bad that she's not really having fun.
Like,
yeah.
Are you good? To be fair, if she's not playing the game, then there wouldn't be harm in keeping her for another round.
And that way y'all aren't really in trouble next round. You know what I mean?
Because like maybe I don't know.
Nick is playing the game, baby.
The first vote, get out someone who is actually playing the game. That way it makes it easier.
We
later
forgot
on.
about y'all. He just made a good
No,
point.
he like took the
He took the
poison.
poison.
Yeah.
Forgot
But
about
he
that.
can't use it
If he's nominated.
if he's
but
nominated.
He's still gonna be
Who was
here
the
next
other one that
time.
had the poison?
Can you pass it?
No,
You
you
can't
can't.
pass it.
I think.
The other one who has
I will
it
say-
is,
I
don't remember.
Allie.
Something
I
I see
called her
with
in at
Nick
the beginning of the game, and I
is
feel
I've
really
seen
bad
him.
about that.
I've seen him go to every group and be like, I got y'all to every group. So
You
I don't
can't
know.
have everybody.
I don't know
Maybe,
how
but,
trustworthy he actually is later if he's doing that to everyone. Because I've been in 2 or 3 groups with him with completely different people, and he said that every single time.
Yeah.
I'm just like, honestly, because the poison dating chain is really nerve-wracking. But like, he was like the 4th person in there, and he
went for
poison,
it.
which
Yeah.
I'm like, that's wild.
Was it like you didn't know what it meant? You didn't know
Yeah,
the power
for
that it
sure.
held, or
I
was it
think
that
he's
he was going?
I think he's smart. I think
Do
he.
you think he's playing a game? Like he's
I
playing
think
the nice
he's
game.
playing
he's
the
playing the
game.
nice guy
Yeah.
thing, but he's like, I'm
Yeah.
out to get you bitches.
Who are we?
We're trying to.
Talking about Nick.
How do you feel about him?
I mean, I like him. I feel like he's come up to me and he's like wanted to like start, because I mean, like he and I, like he was here last night and I like talked and like come hang out, and I have like a good feel for him, but I have a feel that he's already kind of on the defensive and looking to kind of like attach to people as like a safe thing, which I think it's too early to
That's
do that.
literally
And
what we were just saying.
Yeah,
He's
and
trying
if
to
you're
teach
already
going at
himself to
everyone and
multiple
being like,
groups.
oh, I got you, like, if you have me.
Yeah,
And I don't know if
I
that's
think
smart.
it's too early for that, and I feel like if he's going for that, then like this is a self-interested. I mean, we're all. I mean, like this is the game.
We're all
but, like,
Yeah.
But that's better to get rid of early
But, like,
on compared to someone who's not as active. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Hey y'all. Hey.
I come to bring some information.
Ooh.
So, I was an orientation leader at LSU way back when.
Fierce.
And Nick was my orientation student at Spring Invitational. He's very smart.
Yeah. Okay.
Just saying. I was just saying that he's come up to me and like for an alliance, and like I was like, yeah, like I mean, like
You're not gonna.
Wait,
I'm not gonna.
Can I say something weird? Can you just put like a little like pinky or finger out if he has approached you with an alliance?
Damn.
Okay, good to know.
I mean, and what I'm saying is like it already feels kind of like on the defensive and too early for like.
Like he's in survivor mode already.
He's in survivor mode already.
Wrong game.
You showed up for greenhouse, baby.
It's round one.
We all have been approached by him. Oh, everyone. I feel like he's had a conversation with everyone saying like, oh, we're good.
Right.
I'm like, are we?
You're like, but I can also block 2 people.
You should probably do some investigating then to see who he's campaigning with.
And that'll be really hard because he is.
That Ali is voting for Brand.
I heard that too.
That's right.
Wait.
I do want to share because I mean it's gonna be public in a second, but like Olivia and I kind of like talked throughout it, and I had seeds from the seed challenge. Thank you. And I did give her a seed for her to uproot herself.
Oh, cool.
So now she has 3 seeds to uproot herself.
Oh wow.
And then that leaves just my nomination.
Power play, yeah.
I don't think Olivia's that. Hey Olivia, come see. Alright, so real quick, I think you are like the least likely to go home this week, if that makes you feel better.
It does,
I know
yeah.
like you want security for sure, like I completely understand.
Right.
But I think it would be smarter to keep your seats.
Really?
Yes.
I'm just scared. And
I understand,
I know. And
but
it's
it's
not that I don't trust
early.
people. It's
Yeah.
that I'm like, I know like Bryn and Nick are talking to me. And
Right.
I'm like, they're friendly people, they can pull votes.
I think people are feeling iffy about Nick because he is talking to everyone and promising like long-term stuff to multiple people, like in front of like multiple, like it's weird. Like he's not doing it like in one-on-one. He's just saying it to like 8 people and saying, oh, we're all good. Like this is our group. But I've been in 3 different groups where he's done that. So I think he's the main target. And other than that, I've only heard Bryn. Like I have never heard your name.
Okay.
So I understand if you want to use your seeds,
Yeah,
but
I'm just wondering if that's going to shoot me in the foot for the long run.
Right. That's why I'm coming to tell you.
No, I appreciate that a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm a little, not that I didn't expect it. I was told by Brady that I wouldn't be put up, so I know I can trust him. I don't hold it against Shakira. We really didn't get to talk, so she was definitely right. Notice we weren't making eye contact in the living room, so that's no surprise. But yeah, no, definitely strategic game move. If she didn't want to shoot herself in the foot by nominating any people she's talked to more. So definitely understand. I'm going to try to get off the block or at least get some security to know that I won't be voted off.
Do you think you're going to keep your seeds, or do you want to try and auction?
I think if I talk to a couple more people that can guarantee that I'll be safe, then I might hold on to them. If I get any kind of iffiness, I'm just going to use them and then hope to compete for more seats.
Will any of the nominees bid their way out of danger? And ultimately, who will be the first person banished from the Greenhouse Season 3? Find out next time